What's up all my successful gamers, and welcome back to the Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green 100% walkthrough. In the last episode, we landed on Island 1 of this new island adventure. We got the legendary Pokemon Moltres, but we still have yet to activate this damn PC. The PC is inaccessible right now, so let's go ahead and go take care of that. Let's go to Island number 2 since we're all done here on Island number 1. Island number 2 admittedly is not going to have a lot for us, but we'll have a few things for us to do. This lady's shop right here is actually going to update. We've only opened up recently. Our merchandise is limited, but I hope we can serve your needs. So right now she has 2 items. There's actually going to be 9 total items in here. Right now we have 2. It's going to update after we save a little girl and we do a Ruby Sapphire quest, and it's going to give us most of our items. The last one is going to be here once we enter the Hall of Fame in the Elite Four. But for right now, if you guys want to sell anything, now's your opportunity to do so. As of right now, I don't really have anything to sell. Oh, and by the way, I did do a little bit of grinding at that spot. I didn't grind very hard. I probably just grinded for like maybe somewhere close to an hour. These guys are kind of all still the same level. I really just tried to grind up Dragonaire a little bit and Rhyhorn as close to level 42 as I could. But yeah, so let's go in here. This guy is the Pokemon Move Maniac. This is the guy that I told you that we needed those tiny mushrooms for. This guy apparently claims to know every single move that a Pokemon learns growing up. I'm also a mushroom maniac. Bring me a 2 tiny mushrooms or 1 big mushroom. If you do that for me, I'll teach a move to a Pokemon. So our mushrooms are all in our PC, and I don't have any moves that I want to be taught from the past from these guys. Maybe Zapdos, but we'll have to check it out. Alright, so this guy is going to give us a little side quest. Basically, dude lost his daughter. That's crazy. Things you just will never understand when you're a parent. As a new parent, I will never understand how people lose their kids. If I don't hear them or see them for 1 second, I find them. That's how dads watch their kids, I think. You always hear for them. If you hear them, then you know where they are. And if they're quiet, that means they're up to something. Alright, so that guy begged and pleaded for us to go to Island number 3 to look for his daughter. I don't know why he's trusting another 10-year-old son or another 10-year-old kid to do it and, you know, not go to the police or even do it himself. I think I would say damn the shop, honestly. But this guy right here is going to teach you the most powerful move in the game, and he will only teach it to your starting Pokemon. So the move is going to differ if you have a Venusaur or Blastoise. For us, it's going to be Charizard. We're going to get Blast Burn. If you have Venusaur, you're going to get Frenzy Plant. And if you get Blastoise, you're going to have Hydro Cannon. So yes, you will learn the ultimate move, Blast Burn. And that's why we didn't teach this guy Fire Blast, because he's going to learn Blast Burn very, very shortly. Now the only thing is I don't know what to take out since I had to teach this thing Strength. I wanted to get rid of Strength, I'm not gonna lie, but then we went to the islands, so I'm in a bit of a situation here. The foe is hit with a huge explosion. The user can't move on the next turn, so it's a little bit like Hyper Beam. Do a same amount of damage and you can't move, or you have to recharge for a turn. So if you use this move, better make sure whatever you hit's gonna die. Ah, man, I don't want to get rid of Flamethrower, but it looks like right now that's probably we have 2 HMs on Charizard. That's so disgusting. What am I doing? I can't believe I had emergency taught Strength to Charizard. We'll just get rid of Flamethrower for now. We can always teach it. We can always have Strength removed from the HM deleter, and then we can always just buy Flamethrower again. If I really care that much, which to be honest with you, I kind of don't. We might even just leave Strength on Charizard. By the way, you can actually go up this waterfall with another HM. That's going to be the last HM that we get. Alright, and that is literally everything that this island has to offer. Yay us. Now it's time to immediately go to Island number 3, and that's going to be our last island before we go back to Kanto and take on the last gym. Alright, so Island 3, we are immediately seeing these two biker gangs terrorizing this poor woman. What are you doing? Hey there, how's it going? What am I doing here, you ask? Why, I'm prospecting for gold. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Alrighty. Island number 3. As you guys can see up here, there's a little something going on. A little showdown in town, if you will. What's going on here? He's like, hey, you want to make this your business? I mean, you're blocking the way, dude. You're literally in the middle of town. Can you just take it to the side? That's all I ask. Alright, now I did want to show you guys Blastburn, but I need a worthy Pokemon to use it on, so we'll just slash until this thing's dead. And wow, on the first sludge, huh? I'm telling you guys, the poison in this game, it's ridiculous for when the NPCs use it. But when I use it, man, it's like 20 poison moves before something gets poisoned. Oh, this is the last Pokemon. We'll just use it on this, I guess. Insta-dead. Yeah, nothing should live that, especially with our special attack being as high as it is. What? I got beat by a kid! Yeah, I got some pretty strong-ass Pokemon for a kid. Like, honestly, if I actually had Pokemon and I ran into a 10-year-old kid, I'd be laughing. Then he pulls out a freaking Charizard, I'm like, oh shit! Not to mention the 3 legendary bird Pokemon I got. Jeez. Like, yo, who is this kid? And why has he been 10 for 10 years? Actually, longer, huh? I wonder, did Ash turn 11? In the anime? Did he ever have a birthday? Or has he literally just been 10 since the very beginning? I'm actually really curious about that. Do I stay 10 forever? We all know Pikachu stays Pikachu forever. Dude should be like level 100 by now. Boss, I'm telling you, you gotta do something about this kid. He's crazy wicked strong. He literally has Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. He says he's going after Mewtwo next. We don't stand a chance. Damn, you're the boss, huh? Alright, you do have a Weezing. Let's see if Blastburn is gonna take this thing out. Very defensive poison Pokemon, a lot of HP too. Let's see. Nice. The 12 levels we have on it help too, I'm sure. 2 more levels for that thing. Let's trade out though. Let's go with our Dragonaire here. Our objective was to evolve this thing, but we're definitely not going to be able to evolve this thing here on the island, but maybe at some point soon. I don't know what kind of move that was. Let's see, does that do the trick? Nice, that's more like it. Damn, a bunch of grown-ups got ran out by a 10-year-old boy. That's insane. It'd be fantastic if someone as strong as you lived here. And this guy gives you a full restore. Yay! Rewards! Let's go heal this poison, by the way. So after healing, if we talk to this guy, hey, did you hear the news? The PC network here can now link with PCs in Kanto. I don't know how that came about, but it's fantastic. So now we can finally use these little PCs here in all the islands. So when did that happen? Who knows? But let's go ahead and check out Moltres, yeah? Hasty nature. Okay. We got hasty nature and those fire spin and flamethrower. Very nice. I wish fire was more useful in this game because it only goes so far in the Elite Four. But ice, dude? Ice is pretty awesome for us, not gonna lie. Brave nature Articuno, my slow ass bird. Alright, so by the way, that cave down here, by the way, is eventually going to be... it's eventually going to have an exit. and it's going to lead into a little patch of grass with only Dunsparce. So it's gonna be Dunsparce over there, little Pokemon wild training grass. Alright, you guys, so there is a real Pokemart here, and I actually just bought 6 revives, 5 hyper potions, and 30 ultra balls. And now we need HM cut. So unfortunately I don't have my HM slave here, so we're actually gonna have to teach this thing to our Vileplume finally. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of sleep powder. I don't want to get rid of toxic because that was a TM that we used, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of sleep powder. Once we're all done with cut, I'm gonna go ahead and delete cut using the HM deleter guy, and I'm probably going to relearn sleep powder again whenever we go legendary hunting, because a lot of legendary Pokemon are gonna open up for us once we're done with the post game. So we're gonna need that sleep powder, or we could just use Paralyze Heal. We might not need it. I don't know why I went in this house. There's nothing in here. Alright, so the next item is actually going to be down here. It's actually a hidden item right here. Oops. There we go. Alright, now it's time to go through Bond Bridge and take on a bunch of Pokemon trainers. The only technically new Pokemon around here is going to be Pidgeotto. We can find Pidgeotto at a really high level in this grass, so that's the only thing that we're going to be looking for here to try and at least catch. Alright, so here's a double battle up here. Yeah, let's just blast and burn it. Dude, can we hit one of these with the Horn Drill? Yeah, he learned Horn Drill. It's a one-hit kill move, but it has a 30% chance to hit. And I just want to see if we're going to hit this thing. I want to hit at least one Pokemon. Oh, we hit it! It's a freaking TKO every single time. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's a one-hit KO! I wish they would say that every time, not even like just for that move, but I think it would make it more satisfying to get one-hit kills, but that would just add to more stuff we gotta click on, right? Hey, there's a Pidgeotto, and it's actually 2 levels away from being a Pidgeot, so I think that works perfectly for us. Let's do it one more time. I think the highest level we can catch one is a 37 and a 40. So we could hold out, but I'm just gonna catch this for right now. Claws on its feet are well developed. It can carry and execute to its nest over 16 miles away. Damn, Pidgeotto, you strong! Alright, you. Where are you off to in such a hurry? You didn't hear? There's a little girl that's in trouble. She had to have walked right past you, actually. It's kind of fucked up if you just let a little girl just walk right into a dark forest all by herself, actually. But I guess people don't say shit about me, and I'm only 10, right? So for all we know, she's got a Mewtwo. It's alright. Let her go. Let her go into the forest, guys. That's clutch. Too bad you don't, Ivysaur. Alright, let's see if a Hyper Potion takes this thing out. Nice, it did. Almost a level up. Alright, I think there's actually a hidden item up here. On this rock. Yep, Max Repel. Alright, let's go down here. Take out this lady. Yay, Pokemon. Dude, how young are you? On the beach all by yourself. Nah, Pokemon's crazy, dude. This lady has 4 Pokemon. I think 2 Staryu and 2 Krabby, all level 34. We're on the beach. Let's see what our... Yeah, I was about to say probably Mudshot. Which is actually perfect for us. Nice. Let's one-shot some starfish and some crabs. And by the way, here on this beach there is another 2 sets of recurring items. If if you are lucky enough and you are in Group B. You will either get some pearls or some Stardust. Group A and C get nothing. So I guess let's go ahead and hotkey our item finder and see what we got here. Oh, looks like we actually got some. Here at the bottom left corner, yep, so that's 1 pearl. I think that's the only thing that's here, right? Yeah, so we got our hidden item. Let me just check over here just in case. I think the next one is going to be on the other side. Yep, over here. I think we can fight these trainers though. Let me just fight them real quick. My mommy said that I can't swim without my float ring. I mean, you shouldn't swim with it without supervision. Jesus. It's probably her mom up top though. Oh, that thing's eyes look dilated, dude. Not really, they look big as hell, but... Alright, last Pokemon, 2 Poliwags and a Poliwhirl, and we missed our Hyper. Which I actually think, I don't know why I even Hyper Beam. I think Secret Power one-shotted the first one anyways. We need the Hyper Beam it. Uh-oh, we made a little girl cry. Well, listen, you weren't gonna beat me, alright? The salty tang of the sea, it tickles my heart. Hey, is that your kid? Where's these girls' mothers? You know what'd be messed up is if the mom is the one swimming already, like she's in the water, and she's just having all the fun, and then daughter's just looking at her like, damn, I wish I could swim, and he's like, yeah, maybe when you're older, you suck, kid. There we go, Stardust up here in the corner. Alright, now up here, let's see if this... I don't think this is that kid's mom. She's just kind of chilling. Oh no, don't come here. Please stay away from me. Why? What the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing over here in the corner? This looks suspicious, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see, do we use Surf? Yeah, we use Surf here. That might be enough for our Hyper Beam to come in now. Finish you off. By the way, at this point in the game, all of your surfing and your fishing is basically going to yield the same Pokemon for like every route. So you're always going to get, for the old rod, you're going to get the Magikarp. For your good rod, you're going to get your Goldeen, your Poliwag, your Magikarp. For your super rod, you know, you're always going to get your Seaking, your Gyarados, your Psyduck, your Slowpoke, your, you know, all that stuff. I think it's the only place that's a little bit different though, because I think you can actually find a Slowbro and a Golduck just in the water at like 5%, but made it to Berry Forest, so our little Lost Girl should be in here somewhere. There's not going to be any new Pokemon for us in here, but you are going to be able to find a lot of like newer Pokemon, like Drowsy for example. You're going to be able to find Hypno at 5%, Execute at 5%, Slowpoke and Psyduck, depending on what game you are in at 5%. You can even find Venomoth in here, level 37 or level 40. Pretty high level Pokemon in here. It's not a bad grinding spot, but I don't know, I would take like a level 37, like actually kind of close to our nah, he's too high level. I think level 40 is the highest Pokemon that they come. Now, I should tell you that this whole entire Berry Forest, why they call it Berry Forest, because there is a lot of reoccurring items here. So, if you're in Group A, you can either get a Raspberry, Chesto Berry, Rost Berry, Nana Berry, or a Pekka Berry. If you're in Groups B and or C, they put it together actually in this place, and you can get an Oran Berry, a Person Berry, a Pineapple Berry. I think you always get a full heal, that's not hidden. But a Spare Berry, a Bluck Berry, a Cherry Berry, a Wepper Berry, and I think Group C, and Group C alone is Lumberry. Everything else should be here, but you guys can kind of see like the little spots where they're gonna be at, but not gonna lie, most of these berries are just some of the berries that are really useless unless you have friends to do that little mini game with. So I'm not actually gonna be doing all of these. Like see the raspberries can be ground up into a powder as an ingredient for medicine. So Yeah, you need that little mini game. So we're not gonna be, you know, searching for all of these. But you know, this would be a little spot right here too. But unfortunately, it looks like we're not in Group B or C. It looks like we're in Group A, since that was the raspberry. So a lot of these aren't gonna have berries for us anyways. So that's fine with me. So yeah, that spot didn't have one. It's cool. That spot didn't have one. One at the top right here. But there are items that are always here, and that is the full heal, the max ether, and the max elixir. It's another one that we can't grab right there. Hey, Pidgeotto, level 37. Maybe I should capture this one. This one's a little bit higher level. I think I'm gonna capture this one. Alright, and you know what, actually? I'm looking at this right now, and I think we actually want to go jump down right here for that. Yeah, that's the full heal. And we can jump down right here, and we're basically going to be in the exact same spot, so... Let me just go ahead and cut this and head to that top left. Just to show you guys, there's another 2 spots for berries here. There's one right there. And there is one up here. At the top. That's the max ether. The other one's right here, so that little black spot right there. That's going to be us since we're Group A. I believe that there's actually 2 down here. Alright, 2 down here. Well, actually, technically 3. There's one right there on this dark spot. One right here on that dark spot, and the last one over there to the right. I don't know if you guys seen it. Alright, there we go. Nano Berry. I think that's going to be our last item since we're in Group A. But there's going to be 2 more. Level 37. I think we might die here to this thing. This thing's a little too strong. Ah, it actually blew us away. Alright, here we go. Pekka Berry. Yes, this is the last one. Huh. Or last one for us, at least. But up here at the top right where Lostel is, you can kind of see it right here in the dark. This isn't ours, though. We're in Group A. But here we go. Let's save this a little bit. Let's actually put Charizard, because Luffy's about to die. Whimper Sniff, please help. Don't worry, I got you. Can't believe you made it all the way here by yourself, though. That's a impressive thing. Alright, Hypno. Want to see my crazy awesome new fire move? That was so scary, thank you. Oh, thanks for the berry, appreciate it. And she's gonna take you all the way back home. To Island 2. Didn't know you were scared and in trouble. No, how could you? Listen, please show me you being cool again. Well, please don't go getting lost again. How'd you know that I love rare rocks and gems? You sure know how to make a guy happy. Yeah, we were told to hand you the meteorite, actually. And he hands you a moonstone, even though we don't need that no more. Alright, and this is the game corner. Eventually you can have games running here, but you know, you gotta have a friend, so it's kind of pointless for us. But you can do like battles here, you can do that powder medicine minigame here, but for us, pointless. Alright, so we're back on Island 1. We gotta go over here, talk to Bill yet again, and we're basically gonna be done with our island adventures already. What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? Something like that, you know, we saved a little girl, we learned a pretty powerful new move, we caught a legendary Pokemon, you know. See, it sounds like we did a lot in our short time here. And when we come back to the islands, we're gonna have, I think, like 5 more islands open back up for us. But yeah, for right now, we're done. In order to get back to the islands, we gotta take the ferry back in Vermilion, though. Alright. Let's fly. Well, let's see. What level is this thing? Level 41. Is it close to leveling up? Kind of. You know what time it is. I'm gonna go hit up these 3 bird Pokemon guys real quick. Trying to get this Rhyhorn evolved. Alright, this thing's finally gonna evolve for us. So cool! Docile nature, yo, he's a beefy boy. Yo, look at his special attack, his special defense, and his speed. Poor guy, holy crap. He looks so sick though, he's so cool. I really like Rhydon and I like Rhyhorn. 2 of the best looking Pokemon by design like I've ever seen. But then, I seen its new evolve form in the newer games, Rhyperior, and this thing looks so stupid. How could they do that to my boy? How could they do that? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use a PP up on Jynx. We should have probably sold our Pearl and Stardust. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go do that right now. Gonna store the Moonstone. Probably store the Pokédoll. Gonna go ahead and take this. My bag was full, so I had to use up something. I'm gonna store Rhyhorn, or Rhydon now. I'm gonna take back my Zapdos, and then we're gonna fly over to Viridian City, and I'm gonna leave you guys off at the gym over there. That's gonna be it for this episode. We are done with the islands. In the next episode, we're going to be taking on Viridian City's gym leader, and after that, we're gonna be off to the Elite Four. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a successful week or week, and all my successful gamers.